Hello, fellow readers, it's me, Nathaniel, as always on Thursday, for a cure for your post-Potter depression. And here are my 5 Potter points. Today, my points are in chronological order, from where they come in the books, and where I talk about them. Number 1. Colin Creevey. Harry has never had to face his fame in this sort of way before. He's always been used to people being like, oh, look, there's Harry Potter, whisper, whisper, pss, 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 and not someone coming up and talking to him directly, taking his picture, asking for autographs. This is all completely new to him. But what I find the most interesting is that there is a spectrum of Harry Potter fans. You have Colin Creevey on one end, who is the Muggle-born, who has never heard of Harry Potter before he came to school or got his wizarding books. And on the other end, you have Ginny, who is just as devoted, but a purebred wizard, pure blood, everything, and she is obsessed with Harry. So why does Colin instantly gravitate towards Harry, and Ginny is shied off from Harry? It doesn't quite make sense to me, because Colin should be very, I'd imagine him being timid. He's new to this whole wizarding world. He comes in, and the first thing he does is he makes a beeline straight for the biggest star he can find. Maybe it truly is just done out of pure respect, but it seems like there could be some ulterior motives of Colin trying to become more well-known, and he thinks that latching himself onto Harry's bandwagon will be the perfect way to do that. Point number 2. The Slytherin Quidditch team. Now, since the books are from Harry's point of view, and all of his encounters with the Slytherins are very dramatic and tense and is that simply because we're seeing the whole thing from the point of view of someone who hates the Slytherins? Or should the Slytherin Quidditch team be changing its name to SETA, Slytherins in the Dramatic Arts? It is a bit of an overdose, creating a line to block your new Seeker, who happens to be the mortal enemy of the other team's Seeker, and parting as he walks through. That's more of a production than anything else. Point number 3. Where did Ron learn that slug spell? It does not seem like the thing that they would teach in Hogwarts, and God knows Ron's not the type of person to go and crack open a book to look up a spell, even to curse someone like Malfoy. Now, is this a spell that Ron had in his back pocket, or was he simply trying to use another spell, and the curse that came out of the butt end of the wand made him barf slugs? Point 4 brings us around to the Death Day party, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Poppington's Death Day party. So these ghosts, at least Nearly Headless Nick has been dead for, 500 years? So they have an altered perception of the world, because at the time they lived, the times were different. But even then, after they died, there's a slow progression into ghostdom. Even for a ghost, though, who is, after all, dead, celebrating the day of your death still seems a bit grim. If these are what their Death Day parties are like, I wonder what their birthday parties are like. Extra rotten food? Point number the 5th. Squibs versus Muggleborns. It seems interesting that you have Squibs who are, of course, born in magical families but do not have magical powers, and then you have Muggleborns who are born in completely non-magical families and somehow have this magical, I don't know what to call it. Is it a gene? Because I'm no expert on genetics, but doesn't there have to be a recessive gene somewhere in the family line, even for the Muggles, to not have them be pure Muggles? Even just the idea of Squib sort of confuses me, that you could have a child born into a very powerful magical family that can't work the simplest of spells. I don't know, simply don't have the ability to work magic. Maybe magic is more like a virus? Non-contagious virus? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Never mind. Well, that's really all I have for today. I hope you will join us next week, and for the rest of the time as we carry out this project, please leave your comments and your video replies, and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. If you like what we're doing, please link it on your Facebook or something. Tell people about it so that we can get this going. And if you haven't, read with us. We have a couple more weeks left in this book. And then we're on to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I will see you all next week. Until then, Nathaniel signing off.